with the bottle. Chico, just piss off. What time? I can't fucking see anything, look. Well, we used to be in your bag, like.
Yeah. Dad,
it's fucking ridiculous.
Dad, why is he looking at me like weird? Why is he looking this
way? Is that the partygoers really know how to have a good time. Now this level is actually a class variable danger level, which means that nobody really knows what kind of danger you can find in there.
Oh, that was one crazy party last night, so did we ever win that war we were having?
Now I can't just keep adding more and more levels to the end of the game because it'll make it way too long and nobody wants to spend hundreds upon hundreds of hours just to beat the game. So instead, I'm gonna start adding alternate endings that you can no-clip into after you get your new upgraded MEG card. Now you might be wondering, how do I get an upgraded MEG card? Well, to do that, you'll need to beat the main ending where you'll wake up as an MEG employee in a brand new area of the game called the Bunker, which is located in the basement of the hub, which you can get to with this elevator. Now the bunker has two extremely important things inside of it. It has a map that shows you all the alternate endings you can explore in the game, and it has this room, which everyone kept asking me to add for some reason, so yeah, I guess it's super important. Now once you have your upgraded card, you can walk up to one of the card scanners I added throughout the game and pull your card out, which will open up the door to lead you to alternate endings.
Killing me! Get the f*** out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft!
Now a really important feature that everyone wants me to add is something called replayability. Now I would have thought that most people already suffer enough playing my game a single time, so the fact that there's people who actually want to play it multiple times isn't really something I thought about. Now I had people suggest that I add tiered items to my game where you start off with really weak items and slowly level them up as you progress through the game, but the problem is that adding more things doesn't always make it better. And I like the idea of being able to start a brand new game and immediately be able to get right into the action with your friends without having to grind for hours and hours on end just doing the same thing over and over again. But I decided to do some research on how to make a game replayable without being too repetitive and came across something called the Bartle taxidermy of player types, which basically says that there are 4 different types of players. Socializers who play games to talk to other players, achievers who like unlocking all the achievements in a game, explorers who like to walk around and explore the world, and killers who are basically just giant tryhards.
I'm fast as boy.
And after reading through the entire page, I still didn't understand how any of it was supposed to make my game more replayable, so I just added a mission system where you can choose levels to replay without having to start an entirely new game, which I think will definitely help out. I also added an XP system where you can level up your character from noob to pro. So before I add the next level, which is probably the most requested level ever, which I know, I say that in every video, but this time I actually have proof, so yeah, subscribe or you'll no clip in your sleep. Now the level that so many people have been asking me to add to the point that people decided to ban it from even being mentioned is level You Cheated, which is an empty yet disturbingly clean bedroom that wanderers are sent to if they cheat in the backrooms. And by now, you guys have probably noticed that whenever I say I'm not going to add something, I always end up eventually adding it anyways, so I blocked out the level and then adjusted the textures, added props, and then added this very important door to match the original image, but we're not going to talk about what's behind this door. Now the reason it was banned from being mentioned is because a lot of people wanted players to be sent here if they cheat in the game, but I don't think it makes much sense to write an entire kernel level anti-cheat just so we can add this one level to the game. So I want to make this loud and clear since I don't want players downloading random exe files and infecting their entire computer with the virus. So please, for the record, you do not have to download any cheats or hack the game to get to this level. Now, I'm not going to spoil which part of the game it's in, but if you do end up in here, you'll need to test all the keys to find the right one to unlock the door to escape as fast as possible before whatever scary entity behind that door comes out and gets you.
You cheated! Stop cheating!
Now, a lot of you guys are probably wondering why I haven't been uploading and why a lot of the things in this video were already added like 8 months ago. And it's because now that there's a full team helping to update the game, we had to focus on adding all the boring things first before we can add new levels, since we didn't want to get stuck in something called development hell, which is basically when a developer decides to constantly update games before it's finished and doesn't just let it die. Now, I'm not sure why it's a bad thing, but apparently it is, so we had to take the time to add things like cross-platform multiplayer, full console support, and cosmetics, which everyone kept asking for some reason. Like, this one has to be all-time best cosmetic ever. And if you haven't noticed, it's out right now on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation, which is so cool and really a dream come true. So be sure to tell all your friends, your mom, your dad, siblings, teachers, boss, and maybe even your dog that it's finally out. And not all the levels in this video are in the game yet, but they'll probably be coming in an update soon depending on whether the rest of the team likes them or not. And with that being said, we've already started working on even more new levels, and the one that I'm probably the most excited for is level